Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. And this was today. Today in the White House. Now the president's bruise on his hand. This is without the makeup. Hey, Lori. Hello, beautiful. Hello. Yeah, this was that hand today without the makeup applied. Now, when he was doing that press conference in the White House today, sitting in the Oval Office, he tried to put one hand over the other. He did that for a while. Then he put the hands under the desk. Some type of bruise on his hand that the White House is not explaining. Again, but they told us he is supposed to be the healthiest president in history. I just want to know what's going on with the president. Because obviously they're not being totally honest with us. But that was today. That was today. And the funny thing is, this happened today, and what do I see conservatives talking about? Joe Biden. Was Joe Biden competent enough towards the end of his presidency? He's not president anymore. Shouldn't we be talking about the competency of the existing president? Especially when we see he can't walk in a straight line. He has swollen ankles, swollen foots, because we don't call them feet now when they're that big. He doesn't seem to look, spry. I mean, well, he's 79. I mean, I would expect that. You say if he's bruising that easily, something's not right. If he's shaking hand, does that... Listen, they claimed at first, the White House said his hands were like that because he shakes hands so much. That's not a handshake. What, they shaking on the back of his hands? Like, what's happening? Don't you do handshakes, sort of like this? So, what, they like this? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Who is he shaking hands with, Thor? Like, what are we really doing? So when I saw this today, I'm like, what happened to all of that strength and all of that, why aren't we talking about this on all the media outlets? Just like they were talking about, Joe Biden. We need to know what's going on here. But if it's blown out veins, I want to know why. Why are they blown out? What type of treatment is he getting that's causing that to happen? Because he also has swelling on his ankles and his foots, So that's what makes me go, things that make you go, things that make you go. And he just, remember they said he was 6'3", 230 pounds. I've never seen Chris Hemsworth have hands look like that. I've never seen that before. Hey, MC Apri, how you doing? Yeah, I've never seen hands like that before. So, or not on Chris Hemsworth. Have you all? I've never seen an NFL player with hands like that. I've never seen that. So that's what makes me wonder. Now I want to show y'all something I found. Hold on. Let me find it. Now this isn't even recent. Excuse me. That's not even recent. That's many, many years ago. Hey, Chris. What's happening, handsome? Not defending him. Just had the time and nurse home. No. I wasn't saying you were author. I'm just saying I want to know, what is causing him to be so sick. Because he's sick. And since conservatives cared before, they should care now. That's how I feel. We had one conservative that was just in here. I just booted him. Bye. Trump hasn't been in shape for some time. But look, even then he wasn't 6'3", 230 pounds. Even then, right? Even then. So he's not that now. Hey, Maribel. Hey, beautiful. Oh, thank you so much, Arthur. So he wasn't 6'3", 230 pounds then. So I'm like, come on. Come on. He got some childbirth and hips, though. Especially when you put that diaper on. He has some childbirth and hips. He certainly has childbirth and hips. Okay? Certainly. But they say, he got a dunk. He got a dunk. He got a dunk. Hey. But I'm looking at it and I'm like, listen. They talk about everybody else need to be a certain way, look a certain way, be exceptional. And then I see all these people that are standing behind him and I'm going, none of them look exceptional though. I don't want to be built or look like none of these people. Oh, he's easily more than 260. Come on. Hold on. Come on. I'm gonna give you a current picture because see that's old. Let's get current. If we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk about it. Where is that? 260, my ass. No fucking way. No fucking way. It's no fucking way. It's no way. Damn, Chris. Chris said if he's 260, I'm anorexic. I'm like, no, it's just no way. But it's no way he's 230. It's no way he's 260. No way. He's got to be pushing 3, at least. At least. Yes, and we do need those Epstein files. Don't forget, Trump's in the Epstein files. Don't forget. Yes, that's a real picture, Teresa. That is a real picture. That is a real picture. That was taken of President Trump this year when they were having the Easter stuff at the White House. That's when that was taken. No, he don't have on braces. Those are Capri Suns you see on his legs. That's why every time he walks, you hear... That's why you hear that. Oh, no. They say Trump is the most physically fit president in history. In history. That's what they say. That's what they say. They claim he's the most physically fit president in history. And to that I say, it's just no fucking way. But okay. I mean, if that's what we going with, all right. I mean, I guess. But we all know it's not true. That's why I just don't lose sight of the fact that, listen. Look at them hips. Look at that onion. Stop playing with me. I just cry. Every time I see this picture, it makes me cackle on the inside because Mike Lindau is holding Trump the way most conservative men wish they could hold Trump. They dream about him every day. I say anything about him in this live, they lose their minds. They go mad, I tell you. I'm like, I could see them they would hold Trump just like that. Understand, they would hold him just like that. I look at that and I go, wow, that would make them so happy. That's why when they come in these lives, I laugh. Because I'm always like, how are you that? Look, there's one right now. Look at Vern. Vern he's crashing out. Black fatigue. But Vern loves men. It's not Gay Pride Month anymore, brother. It's time to move on, Vern. Gay Pride Month already happened. It already happened. Okay? Damn. Imagine being so fragile when somebody says something about Trump, you feel attacked. Imagine. Why would I be fragile over a guy like this? I want to say thank you all for being here this afternoon. Welcome, especially if it's your first time. I hope you have a good time here today. I think you will have a good time here today, actually. But I only ask you to do a couple things. If you could tap that like button for me, I would greatly appreciate it. And if you could tap the copy link button, and copy link counts as a share. You don't even have to send it to anybody, but it counts as a share for me with TikTok. I appreciate that. But we're gonna talk some money stuff in a little while. But right now we'll talk a little bit about a couple of things that are going on today. So y'all know y'all president signed another EO today where you can't burn the flag, you can't do something. Just so y'all know, that EO is not even legal, right? A president can't create new laws with an EO. It doesn't work that way. Only Congress can create new laws, right? That's it. Just another performance. Just another performance, another distraction. But don't forget Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. Right? Don't forget that, because you still don't have those files. You still don't have the list. You still don't know who was doing what. Because it's all these rich and powerful people getting protected by Congress, the courts, the White House. See, Trump is not just protecting himself. It's a whole lot of people being protected in that. Don't lose sight of that stuff. So don't lose sight of that. Look, that gives new meaning to the phrase "my pillow," right? When Trump got an onion like that, it's a beautiful place to lay your head, I guess. I wouldn't want to be close to that area. I know that. I told y'all, Trump can't fight for you because every day he gets up and he got to fight his bowels and bladder. There is no time and room for you. It's no time for you at all. I would say the foul thing is bigger than Trump, but Trump is a big part of it because trust me, otherwise Trump wouldn't work this hard to keep that information silent. You understand? You understand? You understand? Hey, Melotique, you're not even a real account, nor are you an American. Bye. You can't come in my live with that. See you next time. Don't forget to write. He tried it. No. It's some. Listen, I told y'all can go on Reddit and read the transcripts from past depositions with some of those victims and some of the participants, or rather some of the predators. Go read it for yourself. That stuff is public information. It's out there. What is up with that picture? That's how conservative men wish they could hold Trump every day. That's what that picture is. That's how conservative men hold Trump every day in their hearts and their minds and spirits. They be hugging on that man like he, the hottest woman they've ever seen. I mean, it's no lie. It's no lie. So it just seems to me, like I said before, there's a lot going on with those files. So don't forget about it. Now, like I said about that whole flag thing, don't pay attention to Trump with that. It's just another distraction. You got it? Hey, Sharon. It's just another distraction. Now, I want to tell y'all something I've read about Alabama. They say in Alabama, the man frying chicken at KFC and the woman making beds at Holiday Inn could be a prisoner. The state earns millions leasing inmates to hundreds of companies, deeming them safe enough to work, but routinely denying them parole. So Alabama is locking them up, denying them parole, and then leasing them out for work. Slave labor. That's conservative leadership. Slave labor. Because otherwise they can't get anybody to work in those jobs and treat them any kind of way. You understand? It's hard for them to treat them any kind of way if they're not bound in some other way. What did I tell y'all? They just want you obedient. They want you to keep your head down, be obedient, and be thankful for the low wages that rich people choose to give us. Be thankful for the crumbs that you get. Hey, Miss Sips T. That's what they want you. They want you to be thankful for them crumbs. They sitting up there like, listen, we doing you a favor, giving you anything. Giving you anything. But you don't need to be thankful. Because it goes back to what I keep telling y'all before. We create jobs. We create businesses. We determine success. We determine failure. Under capitalism, someone needs to be exploited. So you got to ask yourself, do you want to be under capitalism? And who stands to benefit? Certainly not working class people. Like you say, if somebody always got to be on the bottom, I guess That means, well, I already know what it means. Some working class people have no problem being on the bottom. When I presented the conversation and I said, why you got to wait till you die to have riches, but rich people can have money now? No, I'm not a communist. You don't even know what communism is, beloved. I let you stay long enough. Bye. Do you know what block means? Ain't nobody got time for that. We having grown folk conversation. And socialism is not a dirty word. Socialism is not a dirty word. Like I told you before, conservatives are also socialists. They're just indoctrinated to believe that they're capitalists. They're not. The capitalists are in Congress. Those Republicans and Democrats that are voted in up there that got money, those are capitalists. You're not a capitalist. Oh, socialism works. Since socialism doesn't work, I'm not going to give you equality and allow you to stay. Bye. See, it would have been socialist to allow you to stay here. But you said socialism doesn't work, so I sent you packing. How I look giving you equality and allowing you to be in this sphere and talk with us, that is socialism. He don't believe in socialism, obviously. Hey, Massachusetts. I'm like, I ain't got nothing but time. I told y'all I read books. You would think that these people would get tired. They never do. I guess it's hard to get tired when you're unemployed. You ain't got nothing but energy. But whatever. Like they say, whatever. But when I saw that, I'm like, wow, just leasing out people and their bodies, you know? Yep, they keep them locked in because they're free slave labor. And that's unfortunate, man, but, you know, the big thing is the system is set up that way. It's set up that way on purpose because it's designed to keep you poor and disenfranchised. And not just you, all of your generations. So all those kids you have, all that stuff, it's designed to keep you indoctrinated, to keep you oppressed. While you watch rich people make more and more and more money. And you keep falling for the lie, if you work harder, you'll make more money. No, you won't. You ain't looking at your paycheck already. Look at all the taxes you already paying. Those taxes are wearing your ass out. You pay federal taxes, you pay state taxes, you pay sales taxes, property taxes, car taxes, all types of taxes. They stay taxing you. And see, like when my daughter and I, we were coming home today. We were in the car today. And the state was cutting grass on the side of the road, trimming the grass in between properties on the side of the road. And she was like, well, who pays for that? I said, well, we do. Our tax dollars help to keep the roads and the grass cut, and which keeps down, you know, a lot of the wildlife that you would get because you don't trim weeds and grass. I said, they take care of that using our tax dollars. They fix roads with our tax dollars. That's what your it's nothing wrong with paying taxes when you can see the money working for you. Hey, Billy Jack, if you were paying less taxes, beloved, you wouldn't have to have a troll account. Bye. Come in with your real account. Be brave enough to be yourself, beloved. You can't say that you're smart enough not to pay taxes by being unemployed. That's not how you pay less taxes. I'm not impressed by that. They crack me up. They so brave. They got all of this guidance. Do it on your real account. Stop it with the faking and the fronting. See, in Maryland, our tax dollars, we see them at work. We have access to parks. We see our roads get fixed. Let a road be bad and you call in to report it. Guess what? It gets fixed. Grass gets trimmed. Trees get trimmed. All of that stuff makes a difference. I see my state out here all the time proactively trimming trees so that when storms come, trees don't fall on power lines as much and put the power out and have people sitting around with no power. So instead, the government is proactive in getting out there and trimming tree branches or cutting down trees to avoid situations like that. What did I say? Gotta have your real account, beloved. Look, I don't even say their names. Look, y'all see the MAGAs. Bye. You get booted. I don't even know what the person's name was. But him downstairs, he gone. But I'm letting y'all know. I'm like, listen, your tax dollars are supposed to work for you. And I like living in a state where I see my tax dollars working for me. So when people say, I don't like to pay tax, I don't have an issue paying taxes. My issue is I got an issue paying more taxes than rich people. That's what my issue is. Especially when rich people use so much of our tax dollars to prop up their businesses. They're always running to government, looking for a handout, looking for everything. I'm tired of it. I'm not having it. And rich people should have to pay their own way. But I understand why rich people don't. Because you have so many working class, poor people in America, they're used to being poor. Frankly, they like it. You ever seen somebody have so much trauma that they're comfortable in that trauma? That even if they could heal, they're not interested in healing because trauma is more familiar to them. And it's almost like a safe, comfortable place, even though it's not safe. That's a lot of poor people and working class people in America. They so used to struggling. Like, what the fuck? He poor. He only got 539 viewers, so you know he ain't making no money on TikTok. Bye, beloved. See, that was a great example of what I'm talking about. Poor people protecting rich folk. And at the end of it, they still poor. Like, they get nothing from it, but it's like they get a dopamine shot from it, but it's temporary. Because they still looking through a dirty ass window. You understand what I'm saying? And they're so in a dark place that they work really, really, really hard. They work very hard to keep us down exactly where they are. They want everybody with them. If you ain't rich, they want you just as poor as they are. Just as poor as they are. Because misery loves company. I know you heard that before, and that is true. They would rather you suffer with them than watch you excel alone. That's how these people are built. And it's like, you never are going, it's like they think sucking up the rich people is going to get them more money. Let me tell you something. Rich people look at poor people that act that way and working class people that act that way and just look at them with disgust. Like you don't have any respect for self. Understand, people will treat you the way you allow them to treat you. Right? They treat you the way you allow them to treat you. So rich people looking at you like, well, shit, you don't respect yourself. You don't respect your family. Shit, people voted against their own best interest. People voted to take food out of their own children's mouths. You can't help people like that. Even if you sent a rich person, Dave Chappelle told a lot of people before the election, he had said this years ago in a stand-up act, he said, I was in the voting line and I'm thinking, well, shit, Trump's tax plan is going to help me. It don't help y'all. And people laughed and still voted Trump. He was being honest. He was joking in jest, but he was honest. That's one of the beautiful things about Chappelle's commentary and his comedy. Because there's a lot of honesty in that shit. A lot of honesty. And folks laughed. And it was a joke, but it was, and he said that I'm joking, but I'm serious. But people are so silly. Yeah, we owning the libs. No, you're counting pennies, trying to figure out how you're going to pay that damn electric bill this month. Because see, that's another consequence of you looking at your elections like a sports game. and not taking seriously who your leadership is and who your leadership isn't. Hey, Trail. That's what happens when you don't take it seriously. Look at you now. Every electric bill you get, your electric bill goes higher and higher every fucking month. I guarantee each and every one of you, if you're paying electricity, that bill is going up month after month after month. And you running out of runway, baby. Because your pay ain't going up to compensate for it. So your electricity bill goes up every month. Hey, dude. Your grocery bill goes up every week, every day. You got all these things that keep increasing, all this stuff around you increasing. Your rent increase, your mortgage increase. You know why? Because your property taxes increased. All of these things around you, everything going up but your pay. At some point, the math won't math. At some point, the math won't math. You know what? See, people are fine with starving. You're right. As long as they keep their white supremacy. Some people are. But there's some who've never been poor. See, there's a new breed of American, right? Because America was able to be prosperous in the working class for quite a few decades. The working class was buying homes, they were taking vacations, saving money, sending kids to college or trade school, starting businesses. They were doing a lot of different things. But the runway done run out on that shit. And a lot of these people ain't never been dirt poor. They ain't been poor. You understand? A lot of them ain't never been poor. They struggled a little bit here and there, but they've never been poor. Oh, it's about to be a different day now. See, this is different than what America has experienced in decades or ever. Because now you're talking about a class of people who've never been dirt poor. That's going to really know it. They don't know how to struggle for real. All they know how to do is buy frappuccinos, go out to eat several days a week. You know, that's what they know how to do. Take several vacations a year. Buy expensive clothes. Get expensive, do expensive body care. This is all these people know. They gonna have a hard time with adjusting. Look how people went crazy during COVID when they couldn't go out of the house and get their nails done. Get a haircut. Think about it. So if they were wilding then, imagine how they gonna wild out when they ain't got no money. For a lot of people, the only way they have fun is to spend money. They have no idea how to have fun without spending money. They don't even know what that looks like. They have no idea how to have free fun. There ain't nothing like free 99. There ain't nothing like free 99. Those of us who grew up poor, or you grew up in a situation where you couldn't just buy something anytime you wanted it, you learned how to find free shit. These new age people don't know how to find free stuff because they already will say, oh, that's poor. Think about how they act now. Only wear a pair of shoes for a couple of times. An outfit for a couple of times. Like they too good to wear something till it get worn down and repurpose it. They don't do that. They bougie. They sedity. Like Pop used to say off the Wayans Brothers. That's what they are. They don't know what it's like to struggle, y'all. They don't know what it's like. They've never lived it. They never lived it. And the struggle that's about to happen is going to be of epic proportions. Y'all ain't seen the crash out yet. Wait till y'all start seeing these crash outs when people can't afford the expensive gaming systems, the expensive video games, the pricey premium car, the high premium gas. They can't afford to get that premium car fixed, right? They can't afford to get the premium stuff done on you know, buy the expensive clothes no more, the expensive shoes. Remember, they've been faking and fronting out here for a minute, acting like what I say is little Rockefellers. You ain't got money like that. Hold on, I had to fix something. Had somebody come in here talking extra fast with only 66 followers. You can't do that. I don't allow that. Shh. You gotta come in a little quieter than that. But a lot of that bougie shit is coming to an end. Them $50 brunches, $75 brunches, all that shit coming to an end. All that shit coming to an end. You understand? It's all coming. Yep, $300 jeans. I wish the fuck I would. I wish the fuck I would buy $300 jeans. And T, I'm so sick of fucking crab boils, I don't know what to do. At this point, I want them people to turn into crabs. It's like, damn, I know you like crab, but damn. Like, yo, how many seafood boils can you eat? Like, what are we doing? How many seafood boils can you eat? Like, what? Hey, Forbidden, thank you so much. It's a lot of things that's going to come to a close. Women that was talking about they was getting $200 nail sets. I never even understood that shit. So you going to get your nails done. You paying $200 to get your nails done, but you work a job that you make $20 an hour. The fuck are you doing? The math not mathing for me. Like, what are we doing? Really? That's what we doing? That's what we doing? Or folks flying to Turkey to get a new set of chiclets put in their mouth. And y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about them big ass teeth they be getting. People just doing silly shit. Running the countries, getting elective services and surgeries. And now they all look the same. They all built like ants. Like, why y'all all look like that? That's the thighs are supposed to, the thighs and the booty supposed to match. Like, what are we doing? What are we really doing? You said your ex and his dad went to Mexico for dinner. And see, I told y'all, my dentist told me recently, my dentist says, if you get dental work done out of the country, he will not work on you. Period. He said, because once he touches your mouth, all your problems become his problems. So his suggestion to people who've done that is always you need to go back to the dentist that did that work to get any continued work. He said most American dentists will not touch dental work done abroad. You need to go back to where you came from and get more work done there, because American dentists will not touch it. The liability is too huge, and I can understand that. But I'm looking at people and I'm going, wow, you spent all that money to run over there to get them big ass teeth. Can't even close their mouth. They close their mouth and still like this. And the lips, they can't even touch their lips. Like, what are we doing? Oh, I see a lot of Republicans talking flack at their town halls, but it's too late. I don't care. I tell Republicans to shut up and pay more money. They wanted this. They need to eat it. But a lot of things that people been doing, a lot of that shit is about to come to a close. Like, I still see people buying, like, new cars. I'm sorry. No fucking way. The interest rates are too damn high. They're too damn high, and they charging too much for cars. They're way overpriced. Way overpriced. Homes are way overpriced. Clothes are way overpriced. Everything's just way too expensive. Way too expensive. If y'all want to change this environment, you got to change how you moving with your wallet. I'm telling you, you got to change how you moving with your wallet. I'm going to show y'all something I found today. Look at that. Look at that. Tanya, you said you do your own hair and nails, make your own house cleaning and personal hygiene product. That's the right thing to do, girl. For me to get my hair cut, I go with my husband to his barber. He pays like $20 for my haircut. Because I'm not paying more than that. Nope, I'm good. I'm good. It's just hair. It grows back. I ain't gonna lie though. I be telling them I want a little fade and stuff. Because I want to be able to brush my waves. And, and rub it like I see the guys do. It feel good when you rub your waves and stuff like that. I like that. Oh, your husband cut your hair. Yeah, I'm not letting my husband cut my hair. I'm not letting my husband nowhere near my head. Talk about team no edges. I will have none. Not happening. Yeah, it makes sense to color your own hair. Shit, I remember back in the day, we used to color our hair with Kool-Aid. We would color our hair with Kool-Aid or because if you couldn't afford a rinse or a hair dye, listen, I'm going way back in the day when we was brokety broke. Yeah, we would do it yourself. We would color our hair temporarily with Kool-Aid. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. I remember them days. Shit. I ain't gonna sit up here and act all bougie. Oh, somebody said their aunt used to color her hair with dark tea. Listen. You said you use clippers. Your guilty pleasure is a monthly massage. Okay, but you got a membership. That's fair. Yep, you remember Kool-Aid coloring. Yep, we would tie-dye our own clothes. Or we would dye our own clothes other colors. We would spray paint on our clothes, paint on our clothes, because you trying to make, you stretching things out. I remember those days. I remember. Listen, and look, and a lot of people in this live still do those things. Folks are going to have to get back to that. You got to get back to that old school taking care of yourself. And not all. I remember when my mama used to do her hot oil treatments on her hair on her own at home. She didn't go to a hair salon for that. I still remember because this was before microwaves. My mother would boil some water on the stove, pour it in a cup, and then put the little V105 hot oil treatments, they come in that tube. She would put the tube in that cup so the oil could heat up. And I remember she would put it on her hair and she would do that hot oil treatment in the house. And my mother's hair used to be laid, honey. I remember when she used to do her own hair at home. I remember that. Folks got to get back to that. Folks got to get back to that. Stop going to, I went to a barber. I did try to go to one of these new school young barbers, and he did a nice job. But bruh charged me $50. I already knew I wasn't never coming back. I'm not paying $50 for no damn haircut. For this shit here, man, get out of here. Get out of here. I'm not paying $50 for that. And one of the reasons why it was $50 is because he's in this fancy ass salon instead of in some hood shit. You understand? Instead of in some basic ass barber shop. You don't need all them frills and whistles. I didn't need all of that. You understand? I didn't need all of that. All I needed was just basic stuff. That's it. Yep, $50 was too much. I never went back. I said, nope, not coming back. Yep, he trying to charge for his rent. Not with me, not on my watch. So I went on back to my husband's barber, who has a barbershop that cuts right out of his house. Bump that. Bump that. That man a master barber. And he do me just fine. $20 get me just fine. I'm like, nope. You got to protect your money and your wallet. Some of these prices out here have gotten utterly ridiculous. And we just got to be against it. We got to protest with our wallet. Protest with your wallet. Like I was looking for a new mattress for my daughter. So first I went to BJ's. BJ's wanted $800 for a queen mattress. $800 for a queen? Man, get the out of here. So then I went to Costco. $800. Nope, get out of here. Online I went. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And quiet as kept, mattresses are not of the same quality as they used to be 30 years ago. Ain't no fucking way I'm gonna give you $800 for a queen match. Man, get out of here. Get out of here. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. Went online, found what I needed for a little under $200. It's going to do what it do. You put a mattress topper on top of that, you good to go. Bump that. Bump that. I did end up finding a box spring for $100. So I got that too. Just to give it a little bit more structure, even more. Because of the way her bed frame is. That was enough. Yep. I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. These prices out here are insane. I'm like, I'm not paying that type of money for a fucking mattress. That's nuts. That is utterly nuts. You said it's a ripoff to charge the same price as a haircut just for a neckline fade. I'm just telling you, it was crazy. That's why I never went back. I never went back. I said, I'm not going back to that guy. He charged too much. I'm smart enough to, because my whole thing was, I go to the hood and get a haircut. I know they ain't going to charge me $50. Because people in the hood ain't going to pay $50 for no haircut. They're going to tell you to get the fuck out of here. You're going to go out of business real fast in the hood. Because they're going to tell you fuck off. It's just not going to happen. And that explains why when I came there, he was available to cut my hair. That's why his fucking chair was empty. He charged too much. He charges too much. That explains why his chair was empty. But it's okay. Because I never went back. Never went back. And never will. Now, if he give a nice little $20 special, yeah, I go back for $20. I give you $5 tip. But I ain't giving you nothing else. That's it. Right. Didn't wash the hair, nothing. I could have went to the hairdresser and at least got my hair washed. You know what I'm saying? Nice little scalp massage. Deep condition. Could have got my hair, cut and trimmed up. And put under the dryer a little bit. Because, hairstylists, they going to go the extra mile. And then they can have my curls looking all nice. Then my hair smell all good. And then I go home. Shit, at the barbershop, they don't do all that shit. They literally cut your stuff and send you on your merry way. You got to go home and wash it up yourself. You say going to have a name. People are going to, listen, if people want to revolt, stop buying them $20 per pound steaks. Don't buy salmon. I don't buy salmon fillets. Not at no $12.99 a pound. That's too rich for my blood. Nope. I did pick up some canned salmon yesterday, but that shit was like almost $4 a can. I did get 3 cans of it, because ain't nothing like some salmon patties for breakfast. I'm going to just keep it all the way above. Ain't nothing like some salmon patties with some fried potatoes and onions, so I did pick them up. But I was mad about it. Because salmon patties used to be cheap. You switch to sardines. Sardines pricey too, though. Sardines are pricey. I'll say this. They cost more than they did when I was growing up. That's why I don't like buying sardines no more. $1.25. Damn. Do you know sardines used to be like 50 cents? You say it's a higher can in Walmart for a big can of salmon. Nope, I'm good. Yep. Cans of sardines used to be 50 cents. That's why I don't like to pay the price that I see right now. Yeah, gas was a lot cheaper back in the day. It was. And I get it that we can't have 75-cent gas. But having $3 gas, $4 gas, when you only pay $7.25 an hour minimum wage, is crazy. It's crazy. That to me don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. Higher price was $5.99 for the big can. But see, I don't need a bigger can because only me and my husband are going to eat the salmon patties. The one kid doesn't eat them. The other kid, she'll only eat them if they don't have onions in them. But who the hell wants salmon patties with no fucking onions? I'll be like, girl, ain't nobody trying to have that. That's not a salmon patty. I don't know what that's just like. No, a salmon patty, you must have diced up onions in there. And she doesn't like onions. So she says she eats onions or she just don't know it. Right, you have to have onions in salmon patties. I just cannot eat them without chopped up onions in there. It doesn't, there's something about the caramelized onion in conjunction with that just takes the flavor profile to another level. JK, listen, how about I don't make any for her? Because quiet as kept, the time that I accommodated her with it, she didn't even eat all the ones with no onion. So after I ate all of mine with onion, all I had left was a couple of hers without onion, and she didn't even eat them. So I was stuck eating them, and I was mad they didn't have onion. So I ain't never do that no more. I'm like, nope. I'm paying this type of money for salmon. I'm going to make it exactly the way I want it. And it must have minced onion, some chopped up, matter of fact, not even minced. I like chopped onions in my salmon patties. I like chopped onions. But I can't just do onion seasoning. No. It's also a texture thing too. Because it gives this other type of texture and flavor profile. Yes, and garlic too. But it gives something else to that it just does something else to it. Yeah, my daughter's very funny about onions. Even if she gets a burger while she's out, she'll say no onions. And I'm like, how are you eating a hamburger with no onions? That's crazy diabolical work to me. I don't get it. But then again, I also would not eat a hamburger without a tomato on it. You have to have a tomato on it. You have to have a tomato and onion at least. Lettuce, I could go here or there. It don't really matter to me. But I like lettuce. But I'll take either. But you have to have onion. Like, you have to have onion. Yep, I'll take extra onion too, Lori. Oh, you cook regularly with onions. Yeah, I love onions. Onions are a great... I love onions. Especially, like, just me. Maybe it's just me. But I can't have gravy without onions. You have to have some sauteed onions in gravy. Like, there ain't nothing like having... Look, we about to have a big back conversation, okay? There is nothing like having mashed potatoes with gravy and sauteed onions. Stop playing with me. Or you have it with Salisbury steak. You make a nice Salisbury steak to go with it. Stop playing with me. Back when hamburger was cheap. Back when ground beef was cheap. It ain't cheap now. I wouldn't buy that. You can't even make... Salisbury steak expensive now. Think about it. And that used to be cheap to me. That shit expensive now. Yeah, onions are... I would consider onions the spice of veggies. Because you have so many different types of onions. You have sweet onions. You know, they give off that sweet taste. Then you have just like your yellow onions. You got your white onions, your red onions. It's so many different types of different ways that and so many different ways you can cook them. Yeah, I don't buy hamburger meat. How much are beef tips these days, 50 King? Because I would think beef tips are expensive these days. Yeah, you got green onions. Yeah, shallots, leeks. I love leeks. Ooh, I love leeks. Everything is extremely expensive. Like I told y'all, don't forget. Okay, as we're wrapping up this evening, I'm going to give y'all some more tips for the grocery store. When you go to the grocery store, the first thing that is most important, do not go hungry. Can I just say that? Don't go hungry. Because if you go hungry, guess what's going to happen? You're going to make a lot of bad decisions in the grocery store. So don't do that. That's the first thing. Don't do that. Make a list before you go. And stick to that list. The only time you venture off the list is if you can't find a good enough price, or, right, or there is a great sale and you're able to stock up on something that you need and going to use and eat. Outside of that, stick to your list. Shop as you need it so that you don't waste food. Grocery stores also have clearance, but you got to search for it. Every grocery store is different. I got one grocery store in my area. They put all their clearance right in the very front of the store, off to the side where most people don't pay attention. So most people walk by it. Some grocery stores put their clearance stuff on an end cap. Some grocery stores put their clearance stuff on the very bottom rack. It's different in every store, right? No problem, Miss Thompson. Thank you for joining, beautiful. I'll see you tomorrow. So check around your grocery store for your clearance rack, because they do clearance. And you can take advantage of stocking up on things that you would need or use or eat due to a clearance. Either the manufacturer isn't making it anymore, it didn't sell well in the store, so they're getting rid of it. The packaging changed, so they're trying to clear out old packaging because they got new packaging in there now. Take advantage of the clearance. Also, and to Lori's point, the bakery, deli, all of those people, all of those departments have markdowns and clearances. You just have to look for it. Yep. And see, Designs is saying shredded cheese freezes well. Look for clearance stuff. Clearance stuff is very big. And you can use coupons with clearance stuff. Just so y'all know, you can use coupons with clearance stuff. If that coupon matches up properly, you can use it with that clearance stuff. And then use the overages money on something else. Because they're not going to give you any cash back. And look, Maribel says she got sliced cheese yesterday for 24 cents. Y'all better stop playing. You ask them what they do with the old stuff. They say they throw it away because of liability. Which old stuff, Hawaiian? Like the meat? Meat, yeah, they will. They're going to throw that stuff out. They'll try to repurpose it, though. Like, first they'll have meat, right? Then, after they have meat, like, say they're trying to sell steaks. And then as it gets close to, like, the sell-by date, they'll take it in the back and cut it down and make shish kebabs. I just know, or kebabs or something, because I know because my brother is a butcher. And he told me how they be thinking about that meat in the meat department. So they repurpose it and remix that meat as many times as they can before they chuck it. Meat is chucked. Yeah, oh, baked bread. But see, it depends on the store. Because some stores sell at the end of the night when they're getting close to closing, that baked bread stuff that's there, they will sell it on clearance. Whatever they don't sell, they'll chuck. But if you're there close to closing time and they have a lot of fresh baked goods that did not sell, you can buy that shit for pennies on the dollar. I told y'all, go to Lidl. I went to Lidl yesterday. 79 cent fresh baked cookies, because they have a bakery. 79 cents fresh baked cookies. You can't beat that nowhere. Nobody is doing it for that price. 99 cent fresh baked croissants. $1.25 for fresh baked apple turnovers. Nobody's doing that but Lidl. You can't even get those prices at Shoppers. So just so y'all know, check those grocery stores as it gets close to the evening, close to closing time. Because they do have stuff they need to get rid of in that bakery. They're not going to resell that stuff. They're baking new stuff every day. They're not reselling that same, donut. They're baking new donuts every day, making new donuts every day. They're not leaving that shit in there overnight. Yeah, the meat is usually close to bad. So you wouldn't want that shit anyway when it's about time for them to throw it out. But the other stuff, you can get some good deals. You can get some good deals. So I'm just saying to y'all, those are some ways that you can save when you're going inside of those stores. Those are some ways you can save. You said Lidl Bakery is 20% off at the end of the day. I didn't know that. Look, I have a new goal. Wait a minute. Because I usually go in the morning. So, listen. And I don't have a cookie today. I may need to make a Lidl stop this evening. Y'all know me. I love a good snack. I love a good snack. So, I had no idea that Lidl did that. So, Saturday morning at my store is the best for meat department manager specials. Because they had to fill the cases. See? And that's the other thing. You need to know what things are. That's true too. The Lidl app is good too. Because the baked goods I'll tell you this, and I found this out too from Lidl. If you order baked goods online and say they deliver your groceries, baked goods are cheaper when you order them through the Lidl app on the Lidl website. They're cheaper than when you just get them directly out of the store. I was like, interesting. I didn't realize that, but they are. There's a slight price difference where you get them a smidge cheaper when you buy it through the internet versus going to the store yourself and getting it, because they do same-day delivery for Lidl. So just something to think about. And you can use apps to get a free delivery so you don't have to pay a delivery fee. Boom. Yeah, Lidl is a chain, Lidl. But I'm finding out from people they're not everywhere in America. But I like Lidl better than Aldi because Aldi doesn't have a bakery. But Aldi sells certain things that Lidl doesn't sell, and Lidl sells certain things that Aldi's doesn't sell. And Lidl sells certain things that Aldi's doesn't sell. Like, I'm gonna show y'all something. Remember I told y'all about potato chips? Look, hold on. Let me take this background off so y'all can see. Because I want to show y'all about saving money. I bought these in Lidl yesterday. $1.69. All of their potato chips are $1.69. All of them. These big ones like this, $1.69. You're not going to get potato chips that cheap anywhere else but Lidl. $1.69. Oh, yeah. That's why when I go, I buy tons like this. Big old sour cream, $1.69. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. Hey, Kim, you can't beat that. So that's something that y'all need to take into consideration. Shop around. If you have a Wonder Bread factory, go to your Wonder Bread factory. You can buy bread and stuff in there. It's not as dirt cheap as it used to be back in the day, but it can be cheaper than the grocery store. It can be cheaper than the grocery store. They have snacks in there too that are cheaper. Their Wonder Bread snacks in the Wonder Bread factory store is cheaper than buying those same snacks out of the grocery store. Okay? Just so you know, that's true. Find a bread bank in your area. Look online for local bread banks. Go there to get free bread. They don't ask you to prove income or nothing. Whoever comes, first come, first serve. They give whoever come for bread, that's who they give it to. Thank you so much, 20. My mother and I used to go to bread banks. Literally, the bread banks would have us back up our car and open the trunk and just throw bread, loaves of bread in there, all types of bread. Yep, broken cookie boxes too, but they still cookies. Y'all better take advantage of that stuff. Your local bakeries at the end of the day, they're trying to sell stuff too. Go to those local bakeries at the end of the day. Buy stuff that they would otherwise have to chuck. Hey, Sassy. Yeah, bread banks, Lisa. That's what they're called, bread banks. But that's what you do. Y'all got to move around and figure stuff out. At Lidl's, they got dollar pack noodles. They have all type, like I shop between Lidl's, Aldi's, I'm trying to think where else I go. Costco is a big one I'll go to. I'll buy a couple things out of BJ's, but I shop around. I'm not loyal to anybody. I am loyal to my wallet. I am loyal to my wallet. If it's cheaper at Family Dollar, I'll buy it at Family Dollar. Y'all got to start looking at those sales papers, studying those sales papers. Now you got to start being more strategic because groceries cost too much. So you got to be more strategic. Okay? You got to be. Because otherwise you're going to spend too much money for things than you need to. So that's what I challenge you to do this week. See how much money you can save buying groceries. Because if you don't, you're going to go broke. I'm telling you, you're going to go broke. That's why I went to Lidl yesterday. And on top of that, if you sign up in the Lidl app, they have in-store specials that you can only get if you signed up for their app. So, and you don't have to click a coupon in the app to get the deal. It automatically takes it off when you're at the register. So that's something else to be mindful of. And if you don't want them to have your phone number, create a Google Voice account. That's free. Use that phone number as the number to help register for your Lidl account. Like, that's how y'all do it. One of the things I like, Lori, about Lidl is you don't have to clip the coupon to get the deal. As long as you're registered in that app, you're going to get the discount. So it's like they reward you for the fact that you just signed up for the app. Whether you cut in the coupon, they don't even do a coupon. They just say, this is the special. We giving a special. So all the members of the Lidl app can get this price. And if you want that price, just register for the app. That's a good deal. So I like that. But I can go to Lidl and get a box of tea with like 200 tea bags for $2. Oh, you have a key tag that you scan. Oh, it takes all your discounts. Okay. You buy your loaves? Yep, buy your loaves and freeze them. But some of y'all, I'm telling you, it's going to be worth it to start baking bread because bread is going to get even more expensive. Bread is pricey. Bread is pricey. And it's starting to act like yoga mats. So I'm getting like, I tell you, I keep saying I'm going to buy this damn bread maker. I ain't bought the bread maker yet. I keep on stalling. The price then went back up and I refuse to pay full price, y'all. Y'all know I don't like to pay full price for nothing. So I'm waiting for TikTok to give me a good coupon. I need a good coupon. So I'm just waiting on a good coupon. I'm going to buy it. I'm just waiting on a good coupon for it. Now, I want to remind y'all, don't forget, those of you who want to watch the monthly movie with us, don't forget there's a poll to say what date and time we're going to talk about the movie. The movie selected is Run. You got 52 minutes left to vote in the poll on the dates and whatever date and time for us to discuss the movie. So get on over to Patreon. The link is in my bio. Go on over there and check it out. Listen, don't forget about the Straight No Chaser podcast. Okay? Don't forget to check it out. A new episode is going to drop tomorrow for our paid members of Patreon, and the public will get it on Wednesday. So I think you're going to like this week's episode. I appreciate you guys. Buy the bread maker. Yeah, I'm going to get it. I'm just waiting on a coupon. I'm not paying full price. I can't bring myself to pay full price. So I'm just waiting on a coupon, beloved. We got 41,000 likes this afternoon. I appreciate that. We got 76 shares. I appreciate that. I appreciate all the likes, the shares, the gifts, the engagement. We have a great time here and we exchange information. Yeah, see, I have a KitchenAid mixer that we got eons ago. My husband bought it for me. Shit, it's over 10 years old. But I take good care of my mixer. And I even got the ice cream maker attachment. So when I want to make ice cream, I just make homemade ice cream. Yeah, I just make homemade ice cream. I love my KitchenAid. We bought, like, I got an old school Wolfgang Puck pressure cooker that I bought, have to be almost 15 years ago. That pressure cooker is fabulous. Now it's a little rinky-dinky now, but it still works, and I still use it. And my crock pot, hell, the crock pot I've had over 20 years. I'm not buying that new. I don't need it to be new. That shit still works, so I take care of it. Yeah, see, Jetta baby says I got my mom's that's over 25 years old. Yeah, I take care of mine. I got my grandmother's old school pot pressure cooker, the one you put on the stove with that little thing on top and it start moving. I'm scared of that one. So I just use my Wolfgang Puck one. That old school crock pot, that old school pressure cooker pot on the stove, that shit scare me. So I don't like that one. That shit scare me. I keep that in the cabinet. But that Wolfgang Puck one, oh, I like that one. I'm not scared of that one. That one I can handle. But that other one with that thing starts shaking and shit, I'm out of here. My grandmama loved that thing, and I took it, but I do not use it because that thing scares the shit out of me. Certain things I don't mess with. And them old school damn pressure cookers is one of them. But I thank y'all so much. Listen, if y'all like this conversation, don't forget to check me out. Link is in my bio. And listen, starting next month, I'm going to be doing something. Look, y'all know me. I'm always doing something else. We're going to be doing, because I now have the ability to do it. I didn't have the ability to do this at first, but now I do. I have the ability to do lives on Patreon. So at some point, I'm going to start doing lives on Patreon where I'll start off, you know, a filtered hour on TikTok, a filtered hour and a half on TikTok, and then another hour and a half on Patreon, which is unfiltered, because I can talk about whatever the hell I want to over there and not have to worry about seeing that dreadful screen telling me I have a violation. Because you can't say shit over here. So I'll keep you posted about that, okay? I thank you all so much for joining me this evening. I want you to have a beautiful evening this evening, okay? I really, really do. Don't listen. I want to send a shout out to my top 5 gifters because I do this every live. I appreciate each and every one of you. Just know that. Whether it was a penny, 50 pennies, don't matter to me. Just know I appreciate it all. Pennies add up to dollars. You didn't have to do that. I appreciate that you did. So I just want you to know that. Number 1, beautiful Stacy D. Thank you so much, beautiful. Number 2, my dog is Charlie. Thank you, beautiful. And thank you for helping me out with the moderation. Number 3, beautiful Maribel. Thank you, beautiful. And tag me when your new episode is up. Because I can't wait to see that. Number 4, beautiful Dude. Number 5, beautiful Tonia. And I always say that wrong, Tony All Hartford. Thank you, beautiful. And a special shout out to number 6, beautiful Linda L. Mitchell. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all joining me tonight. I will be back on live tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? And listen, I'm going to end this live the way I end everything. Don't let nobody live rent-free in your head. Don't feed the trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, you guys. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye-bye. Look, I tried to be smooth with it, didn't I?